people know us now. People know what to expect. Now we gotta take it to another level.
Look, city till I die, say hi to the bad fella. Hella smooth with the flow, so grab your umbrella. Yeah, we make it rain, bring the pain, things are changing. Power rankings.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Oh,
We're back.
for some reason.
We still haven't quite worked that out. Why
People
we've decided
like
to.
us.
They do like us.
That's the
People
rumor
well,
on the
don't
street.
like us. They listen
Not-
to us.
Not apparently not Michael O'Brien. Now, I didn't really want to get into this right away, but since you brought it up, I
You
just
mean
like
Mark
to,
O'Brien?
I don't. Well, I'm not on Facebook. I only heard about this secondhand because I'm not on Facebook. Was it Mark O'Brien? Is that the name? I want to get it right.
The guy, are you talking about the guy that posted talking shit about us?
Yeah, I mean, there's a very disrespectful, kind of hurtful video that was
The
posted.
video? Yeah, it was, I think it
Um,
was, I think it was Mark O'Brien.
Mark O'Brien. Okay, sorry. I thought maybe Michael O'Brien. Mark.
You said Michael O'Brien. It might have been Michael O'Brien.
Might have been. In any case, for Mr. O'Brien.
Both of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
all the O'Briens out there. I just like to say sticks and stones, man. Like, you may try and come at us and try and diss us for our predictions and our good faith in this football club, and that's fine. We can take it. We're not. We don't take it to heart. We are going to continue on the path, fighting the good fight, and yeah. So I don't know if anyone else.
All I want to say is,
Thank you, Alan. Go ahead.
is I think I kind of agree with him. So to me, he's a hero.
We're frauds.
Yeah, basically.
Speak for
He had a-
yourself. I am not a
Definitely had a
fraud.
point. Definitely had a point.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, we don't like the way he said it.
it's in the tone, right? It's the tone.
But it was honest,
Yeah.
and isn't that the most important thing?
But guys,
Allegedly.
like
Honesty is the best policy.
here's my thing, but don't let like this Mark O'Brien character get you all down, right? Use
That
the
is
haters.
his real name.
Use the haters to fuel lifting our podcast to the next
Yeah.
stage. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think
Yeah.
instead of receiving that criticism, and responding too harshly, just take it in and let it fuel. We'll be in the gym tomorrow.
Oh wow.
That's right. Well, I mean, I think this is an ongoing theme. Like, we're all about personal growth and holistic improvement. So, cheers.
I don't really
Mr.
know if
O'Brien.
I'm about that, but okay.
It's not mandatory. It's not mandatory.
Perfect.
Well,
I'm not trying to be a better person, but I will take accountability for the kind of person that I am.
Yeah. Fair. I think that's fair.
Hey, speaking of personal growth, have any of you heard from the ECT guy?
The Erectile Command Center or Training Center. Can't remember
I
how.
think I found him on Threads the other day.
Oh yeah. What about you saw him on Threads?
I think I saw him on Threads.
What was he going about doing?
Oh, just wearing a Jack Daniels sleeveless t-shirt and hanging dong.
Wait,
Allegedly, these posts have been removed. But I just would like to say that the ECT was
Screenshots are forever.
the ECT was definitely out of order. You don't have to take it to that extreme. Yeah.
Always a fun day on the
Adam.
internet.
Well, welcome to the 451 podcast. This is Tunnel Talk. We've got an all-star cast tonight. We've got Red, we got Alan, we got Jam, we got Adam. Dennis is allegedly coming. Now, he's made up a few excuses about why he's not going to be on time, and he still may not come. but we've made him pinky swear that he will come onto the program later. So he will hopefully join us in progress.
And just thoughts and prayers to Garrett. I know he's battling. He's battling a really difficult case of, the bubbly guts. He's pooping all over the place.
That's not been confirmed, but we've heard rumors.
Allegedly.
Yeah. It's been a couple of weeks since we recorded an episode, and since then a lot has transpired, namely the elimination of Detroit City Football Club from the USL Championship playoffs. We needed some time to heal emotionally. We needed some time to process our thoughts and our feelings. It was how can I put it? It was a tough 0-0 draw. And Pittsburgh prevailed in the penalty shootout. Let's just dive in. Let's if anyone, just go ahead and shoot your shot. Anyone with thoughts, feelings, sentiments on the match, how you felt watching it, how you felt with the result, anything you would have done different. Do you think there was anything that could have saved us? Did you like Danny Dicchio's substitutions? Did you, I don't know, anything? It's all up for grabs.
I definitely think there's things we could have done different. We could have scored more goals.
Or any.
That would have.
Goals.
I feel like that is a key point. That
even one would be more.
Yeah.
It was, other than like the actual end result, it was exactly as I expected it to be. Really. Like, I hoped we were gonna win. I figured we had a chance, and it played out as expected, minus the fact that, like, I thought we could actually win this one.
Right.
And now I don't get to go to Tulsa, so fuck you guys.
That is tough.
Well, if you buy your season ticket tomorrow, you'll be able to go.
For Tulsa. You buy your season ticket for Tulsa FC.
That's so fucked, you guys.
That is a hustle.
So,
like, even their fans think it's fucked. Like, I've talked to them.
Yeah, Jan, do you want to explain what was going down yesterday on the internet? Because
so basically, what was going down yesterday on the internet is FC Tulsa fucking sucks. They're a bunch of dicks. They're playing in the championship final on Saturday, and instead of doing the right thing and releasing all of their tickets to their existing fans who have been there since the beginning through a lot of really shitty shit.
this is their first time in the final, right?
Yeah, like, I don't even think they haven't gotten past like the first round of the playoffs, maybe ever.
I don't know the whole history of USL Championship.
Yeah, like,
but since we've been in the league, they've been like pretty mid.
Yeah, and
years.
They've been mid to shitty most years,
Yeah.
and they've also had the issue of like they're one of those teams that's flipped back and forth between the East and the West Conference.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
like they were West, they were East, and now they're West again.
Right.
So yeah, and I mean they've got, even though they play on the shittiest field in the fucking league, like, they have a decent fan base. They have longtime supporters. They have people who have been supporting their club as long as we've been supporting our club.
Right.
And, I mean, to be fair, like, yeah, a lot of those people probably already have secured their season tickets. But you can't hold back championship match fucking tickets and then advertise them as available for people who purchase season tickets for next year.
It was like so condescending too.
Like,
They're like,
so
we really
gross.
want to make sure that everyone gets in. Our most faithful supporters So the last, whatever, 100 or 300 or however many it was,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Did they announce like a number or
I don't
anything?
think
Or
so. But like for the sake of argument, the last
yeah,
500 or something are going to go to those people that in the next 24 hours buy season tickets for for
like what
2026.
a bullshit money grab. And I'm honestly like, I'm really kind of surprised by that because from what I know, knowing Tulsa supporters personally is like their ownership currently in their front office is like actually been pretty decent the last couple years. Hence why they finally made it. Like they're making good moves. They're trying to do generally the right thing by supporters. Like fans are generally pretty happy with how things are going there now.
Yeah.
And then like you spring this bullshit on them.
There's a wide streak of minor league baseball that runs through the soul of some of these teams, unfortunately, and because that's the kind of stunt that you would see in minor league baseball. Um,
Yeah, like
that
if
said,
that was my
that said,
club
I
and
still
I
hope they
hadn't
win.
yet renewed, like that specific thing would make me want to not renew at all.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not it's just the principle, It's the principle of it.
Yeah, for sure. Red thoughts on the Pittsburgh match?
Well, I'll shoot my shot since we clearly didn't in the first half.
Or the second half.
The second half, I think we might have had one ish.
Do we have any shots on target? Does anyone know the stats?
I think we got a couple maybe in the first OT. I looked at it the other day, but I'll look it up. I don't know, man. That match was it was. I mean, it was expected to be like kind of a grindy match. So I didn't I didn't wasn't surprised by that, but I don't know, man.
We
I
had
mean,
two
even
shots on
on
target.
you had what?
2 shots on target.
2 shots on target, man.
That's two
And
more
it's
than I remember.
and for Pittsburgh as a club that has struggled offensively, in ways. I mean, what they put 18 shots on the goal on us. Conversely,
Jesus
well,
Christ.
8 not on the goal. I'm sorry, but they had 18 total shots. I guess they only put 3 of them on target, but still, like they were creating some opportunities in their offensive third against us, and it was like, I mean, of course we've been having these woes producing in the final third, but like we were clearly conceding some pressure if they were getting those kind of shots off. Luckily, they weren't really producing on their opportunities either into the penalty kicks. But yeah,
We
I
were
don't know.
we were pinned back pretty bad in that game.
And Carlos bailed us out a couple times. Like,
Oh yeah,
Man,
yeah,
he had a
big
hell
time.
of a playoff run in these 2 matches.
That's probably the bright spot.
agree.
He would be for me. I mean, just in general, the in our playoff experience here in 2025, Carlos would have to be the MVP of the team for those 2 matches to me.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's fair. But that also says something, I think.
yeah, yeah. But that's all. I mean, it sucked for the guys. You know what I mean? They did make it to PKs, and we've just had this bug about PKs. There's would have been some poetry to knocking off Pittsburgh after Lou City, given our history with those upsets. But we didn't do it. So it is what it is, right? Good luck, fellas. Get the gym on the off season and for
That's
the
right.
rookie returning and
2026 starts tomorrow.
Ooh, not ready.
Alan, any hot takes, Alan, from the Pittsburgh match?
Ellen was just preparing for 2026 as he did this.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be much better than this year. Ugh.
Are you though?
Well, no, not at all. Yeah, I mean, it was one of those games where the score after 120 minutes was surprising. I mean, it was Pittsburgh's game to lose. They almost lost it. Uh, I expected a lot more from them. So, like the other games in this playoff, I mean, I think we may have overperformed, given some of our performances during the season were mediocre at best. So I think at least there was a an effort made. I think Carlos, I mean, had a great playoff run. He possibly some of the best saves we've seen in the playoffs. So that's something. You know, anytime you go to penalty kickoff, you know, it could go either way. You know, it's really
Yeah.
yeah. Mertz, he got saved. I was really hopeful at that point. Like, oh man, the door just opened wide, and you know, and then you know, not once but twice we hit the goalposts and or the crossbar, and yeah, you might be able to get away with that one time, but twice, no, it was really tough after that. So, uh, you know, otherwise the penalties were pretty good, you know. So, uh, yeah, it's kind of like out with a whimper, kind of, but uh, yeah, I did have the impression watching Tulsa. Who was Tulsa playing? New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Mm.
That it's like, oh man, we could take these guys, but you know, we're not there. So
Yeah. Adam, were you surprised by the game plan, or was it pretty much what you expected?
Absolutely not. Same as it ever was with this team, right?
Mhm.
Can't score any goals. They lucky enough to come away with a win in Lou City. You know, in the first round, and they didn't feel the need, obviously, to change anything up. I mean, you beat Lou City 1-0, and like, why not? Let's take that into Pittsburgh. And I mean, we mentioned before, I mentioned before that it was a game plan that they, for the most part, executed all season long without getting any real good results out of it.
Right. They
And
tried to execute it.
and it's something they kept on doing over and over and over again. And I mean, a broken clock is right twice, 2 times a day, and it was right that one time in Lou City, and it didn't happen again in Pittsburgh. So I mean, it's disappointing that this team seems completely incapable of making adjustments and in turn scoring goals. And and right now, I know we're going to be getting to it a little bit later. It seems like something that, quite honestly, this front office really doesn't care a whole hell of, doesn't care too much about. And I mean, given what we saw this past season, how that transpired in Pittsburgh, I mean, we saw the biggest losing streak that this club has ever seen in since the club went pro, and maybe since the club has ever been in existence. I mean, it's that SpongeBob meme, you know, where SpongeBob is pointing behind him and saying, "Hey, you want to see me do it again?" Detroit City FC is gonna say is doing the same exact thing. Like, "Hey, you want to see me do it again?" And they're gonna probably roll out the same bullshit again next year. So
I feel like their losing streak this year was like longer than some of the NPSL seasons.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh shit, dude.
so I
Wow.
mean Pittsburgh. Yeah, it was pretty much as expected. Once again, not scoring any goals. Once again, not coming up big in a penalty shootout, and once again, Detroit City FC is going home early in a USL championship.
I was trying to remember. Does that be apart from the Houston Dynamo match? Have we ever won a shootout? I can't remember. Oh, I guess
Hartford.
the first one against
The Jägermeister this
the
year.
Bucks.
Jägermeister.
We beat the Bucks in
Bucks,
a
yeah.
couple times in the U.S. Open
yeah.
Cup.
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago. Yeah.
Hey, it's not that long ago.
Yeah, and we beat Hartford in that pretty meaningless Jägermeister Cup match. So.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count. Dennis, shout out to Dennis. Is this the long sleeve 2019 shirt that you've got on? Let's go. That is a beauty.
You gotta
It's one
say
of the best
something.
kids.
You gotta say something, Dennis, so the screen will pivot to you.
Sorry, Rad. I wasn't aware of the etiquette. I was about to say something about the one penalty shootout we've won in the last fucking 5 years or 4 years.
Go ahead, say it.
It was when there was no pressure on because it was just some stupid cup game.
Against a stupid MLS team.
Yeah. Well, and that too. There was nothing to lose in that game.
Yeah.
Could only win.
Dennis, any vibes on the Pittsburgh match?
I mean, it was a terrible game to watch.
It was rough.
I was sitting in a soccer bar here with my friend trying to explain ECFC and certain other things that I think we're going to touch on later to him that had transpired that week. And yeah, it was a tough one to watch. And when I went to penalties, I barely could watch. There was some group of people gathered around after, like, for penalties that hadn't been watching the game, but they just saw that it was a penalty shootout. Which
they got into it.
Which, like, I get. Like, I love penalty shootouts when
it's not your team.
When my teams aren't involved. So, yeah, I got them watching that, but they got to see me be like my glorious best too, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't really anything of note from the game. We played similar to how we played a lot of our games this season and tried to ride it out till the end, and this time it worked, and then we just didn't have the firepower in the penalty shootout to finish the job. We took out, over the course of the game, 6 of our attacking options, which seems unwise in a game that looks headed to penalties. And, you know, you got to shout out the defenders who stood up and took penalty kicks because they shouldn't have to do that. And the person who was telling me on Reddit that they have indeed played soccer internationally and know the coaches tell you who's taking the penalties and nothing about confidence or skill level goes into it. The coaches just decide. Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
That's definitely not true.
For being an idiot. But yeah, it was disappointing. I guess they did go a game further than we expected. Maybe 2, depending who you are. Games further into the season than we thought they were going to. I would still class this as a bit of a failure of a season, but
yeah, totally.
We got a great giant killing game out of it. So, as Alex Wright said earlier tonight, which I'm sure we'll get into a bit more, we probably now have the number 1 and 2 biggest shock results in the playoffs of this league ever.
Yeah,
I don't know too. Maybe if you put in your best midfielder in Kobe Hernandez Foster instead of playing Jay fucking Chapman for 82 minutes in the fucking game. I mean, it's fucking mind-boggling the shit that they executed in a win or go home game. Yeah, let's fucking put Jay Chapman out there for 82 fucking minutes and not put your fucking best midfielder out there who, if he didn't come to this team mid-season, you're probably not even fucking making the playoffs. So, I mean, I don't know.
I'll say this.
Did you all notice how the background at Adams progressively turned red as he got upset.
It's
Like
the
a
mood
mood
lighting.
ring.
Yeah, exactly. I've not been as vehemently opposed to Jay Chapman as Adam has been throughout this year. I thought he was a little like I thought he had his uses early in the season, but watching that Pittsburgh, he looked so bad in Pittsburgh. Like, I mean, he should have come off at halftime, honestly. Um, but yeah, that was a rough performance. And like you say, you've got Kobe Hernandez Foster there sitting on the bench, and you're like, what are we doing out there?
Yeah,
And there's no rhyme or reason to why. I mean, we heard earlier that he was sick. Him and Alex were sick. They're roommates, so you know, maybe they, and while they're
Made
staying with each
out.
other, it passed, between each other. So I mean, but that was weeks ago at this point, and
Yeah.
Kobe Hernandez Foster had trouble getting playing time since. And you mean to tell me that Kobe Hernandez Foster has to scratch and claw to get playing time over Jay fucking Chapman? Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if I'm just going off of the FOP mob ratings, and observation,
Thank you
Kobe,
for using some analytics, Red. I appreciate you bringing some fact-based analysis to this podcast.
It'll
First
make
time for
Elliot
everything.
happy. So
yeah, I'm trying. I've got some constructive feedback from a guy that works with penises.
You gotta wait for the whatever the punchline's about to be here. You can't give it the
No,
praise before the punchline comes.
no. The funny thing is now I have absolutely no idea what the fuck I was just getting ready to say. There wasn't actually a
The
punchline.
You're
punchline.
welcome.
Oh no, Kobe. No, if you see, like, if you go back and you look at his match ratings in his first like 4 or 5 matches, I want to say like in his first 5 matches, he was player of the match for 3 out of his first 5 matches with us, and then Kobe did kind of plateau after that, right? He had a couple bad matches, but it seemed like it was really quick that he was taken out of the starting 11. Right, he didn't. He came in. He came in like crazy in those first 5 matches, and then he had a couple matches that were just low, and then all of a sudden he just started to drop out the starting 11. It just seemed like you didn't give this guy a chance. He's actually came right in and showed you what he was capable of. But every player is gonna have their highs and lows through the season, and you can't. And where we were at when he came in, there was a lot of dependence on him and Tez and and Darren. And I don't know.
and yet Darren Smith who's been a ghost since what, end of May. Was consistently
He scored
starting.
like 9 of his 10 goals in the first 2 months.
Yeah, was a
Yeah.
consistent starter since then.
Yeah.
Again,
Well,
no
I mean,
rhyme or
but-
reason to it.
But I guess
No.
that's one of those. What's the option? And I guess that's part of the problem. I mean, I know we had. Well, now we'll talk about him later on. But Connor, who might be somebody who might be in the rotation somehow up there, that was out for the season, right? But outside of Darren, did we have any depth up front that could play close to 90 minutes?
I mean, in all fairness, no. I mean, especially since Ben went down. But
Who? Yeah.
I mean, again, you want to you could still ask for a little bit of creativity up there, and again, I mean, I don't think that excuses not playing your best midfielder on the team
I agree.
any significant portion of minutes.
I mean, later in the game, Haruki went into midfield too, like as they were kind of like reshuffling things as the subs went on, and he was even better in midfield than Jade Chapman, I thought.
Yeah, it should have been consistently, in my opinion, Jaceel and Ryan Williams and Kobe in that triangle in the midfield with the two, right? I mean, that seems like that would be something that would be a solid go-to. That
Jam, would you have started Ryan Williams?
I will always start Ryan Williams.
I'll start him up, baby.
Jam's about ready to explode because we're sitting here dunking on both Jay Chapman and
Yeah, well, yeah. There will be more on Jay
Trouble.
Chapman later, but anyway. All right. We're healing.
I don't want to talk about this game anymore.
Yeah.
No, let's talk about like even worse stuff.
Let's talk about worse stuff. Well, so we've obviously in the last couple days we've seen a couple of player-related news. Alex Villanueva has said farewell to Detroit. The aforementioned Jay Chapman has confirmed that he was not returning to Detroit. Adam celebrated that day by lighting fireworks off of his front porch and drinking 3 Gatorades.
Aggressively.
He downed them without taking
shotgunning 3 Gatorades.
Exactly.
Except there's no
Let's see.
pressure behind it, so I had to like. Never mind.
Trying to think. Did anyone else confirm that they're out?
Dom Gasso.
Oh yes, Dominic Gasso said farewell. Haruki had a little bit of a cryptic.
Haruki seemed to suggest he was also on the way out.
Yeah, I mean, he said thankful. He didn't say like goodbye Detroit, but certainly a little bit.
Yeah.
It
Is it
felt
like-
maybe.
It didn't feel like a thankful, like, please pick me again thankful.
Yeah, thankful. See you next year.
I was thankful the season was over,
Yeah.
like many of us.
Thankfully, he doesn't have to play right back anymore.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god.
Relatable.
Yeah, maybe he was thankful that one of the other guys were leaving. Maybe there's
That-
tension.
Could be. He seems like the nicest person on the planet, so I can't imagine that he was like really glad that someone else was leaving. But
Yeah.
and then tonight we got news that Connor Rutz is back for 2026 and
Through
7,
2027. Through 2027.
26 and
Through
27.
27.
Yep. So another 2 years for Connor. And
So
then
he'll be able to see the beginning of the stadium going up in 2027.
yeah, you'll just
Yeah.
he'll see that
distance.
you'll see the hole in the ground that's going to be the future stadium.
One piece of steel in the
I was trying to
in the
think
foundation. Yes.
what's the joke I can make here about him when we talk about our next piece being actually the one player who will still be around for at least the timeline,
Right.
the planned timeline.
Yeah. Do we have anyone else signed through 27? I don't think so. Right. Everyone else is through 26.
I
Yeah.
think Alex said he would be the first player signed
Yeah.
through.
Yeah,
27.
Yep, he did say that.
Yeah. But of course, this is happening in sort of real time. But earlier tonight at the owners' meeting, and then obviously on social media, it all went down. The news that Stephen Carroll is retiring. Yeah, I know. Like no one. I mean, I felt really emotional when I. Well, Alan, I think maybe you, Alan, dropped it in the group chat, and then like literally seconds later, they dropped it on Instagram and wherever else. But, what a career for Stephen Carroll. The last of the players that had made it from the NPSL days.
That's not true.
Not true.
Who's left?
Lay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Lai. Yeah.
Lie.
Yeah.
Lie.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you say? I thought you said Ray. I was like, you had me stumbled for a minute.
Yeah, Ray. You don't know Ray?
You don't remember
Voodoo
Ray?
Ray.
All this
Hey,
time,
so
I
a
forgot
supporter
about
of this
fucking
club.
Ray. I thought I forgot a whole.
You forget about Ray,
Yeah. Come on.
Ray's a good guy.
But almost.
the best.
But he is the one who stayed consistently since then.
Correct. He's the most most consecutive seasons and all that.
We're drinking the good Irish whiskey tonight for Stephen Carroll.
For Stephen Carroll, I've got a Christmas ale, but that's all right.
Good Irish,
Uh.
more light.
Full juice.
You're an American now, whatever.
Oh, Stevie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a subject that almost feels too big to tackle in like a
We need like a whole episode for that.
yeah, like a Stephen Carroll tribute episode. But like
Yeah, a funeral episode.
Dennis is our resident Irish man. Do you want to like say any words of thanks or tribute to the captain?
Yeah, I mean, when I moved to Michigan in 2015, I started getting told about this soccer team that was here, and I was still in my, I already hate MLS before you guys got into my head, so I was still in that mindset, and I was like, yeah, no, it's American soccer. I'm not going to go watch that. And I've told this story half a dozen times probably on here, that eventually I got dragged to the Glentoran game so I could yell abuse at Glentoran. But what really sold this team for me was when I found out that they had a dude from Cork playing for them. And that made up my mind that, like, yeah, I can go support this team. Like, let me find out about this dude. And, over the years, I obviously found out his story, how, like, he grew up playing soccer and Gaelic football at home like me. And it's a bit more taken a bit more seriously down there, the Irish sports, Gaelic football and hurling. And if they find out you're playing soccer, there was a time where they would kick you off the Gaelic football team, which is, it's what sounds like happened to Stevie, and that put him on track to end up in Detroit. And yeah, what is there to say about him? He has come through every single real league and made up league and self-started league that we've dragged our asses through with us. He's been there. He's won basically everything the club has ever won. Most of it as captain. I can't remember exactly when he got made captain, but it's been a decently long time.
2019, I think.
I think it was 19 because 18 was Dave's last year, Edwardson.
I think Dave was still on the
That's
team.
what I was thinking.
He barely played in 2019.
Yeah, he had
so
one last
a couple of cameos
fizzle of the seasons.
But
Yeah.
that was the trade-off.
Yeah, effectively, Carroll was the captain for 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's been. As Alex pointed out tonight, my favorite stat is he has literally played 69% of Detroit City games total, which is an insane and funny stat, obviously.
That's an official numbers right there.
It's a nice stat.
It's a very nice stat. And he's talked before about, wanting to retire on his own terms and still be able to play with his son and like future kids and be able to run around after them. And he was feeling that that time was probably coming because he was getting more and more knee injuries, and I guess the one this year was just the one that did it. And as someone mentioned, he wasn't moving around the field as much when he got back in the little cameos he made. So yeah, I don't think this was a huge shock to anyone. That's not to say it's not like incredibly sad. Like he's not even 32 until a couple of days after Thanksgiving this year. So, it is a pretty early retirement still especially for a center half. But I guess the still as yet unconfirmed grass field just did not come soon enough for Stevie, and that's a shame because I think a lot of us held out some glimmers of hope that he would be the one leading us out like for our first game there. And maybe they still make that happen with a testimonial or something, but
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
that he won't be on the field next year. Obviously, he said he's moving into the front office in some role, which sounds like it hasn't been decided yet, and he's the one holding that up. So that feels like a classic Irishman. But
Kind of
yeah.
like tonight, how we started, for the reason why we started at 9:30 instead of
exactly. That was actually my tribute to Stevie. was I was going to show up on Irish time for the podcast.
I was gonna say usually
and-
it's the Latinos that get blamed for being late. But
yeah. Well, I think they blame a whole range of other cultures on it, Jaime. And yeah.
Every
But yeah, I
culture.
mean, happy trails to Stevie. I hope he'll have the time now to spend with his family, and he'll be able to chase the kids around as long as he wants to. And
Yeah.
up the parish.
Anyone else? Any favorite Stephen Carroll memories? Anyone or tributes?
Well, I mean, you could fill a book with those memories. The word legend gets bandied around pretty easily, but I think it's perfectly appropriate in this case.
Yeah.
Given
Are you reading my tweet?
Wow.
me or somebody else.
Yeah, it was a joke. I said that. I said about the bandied around thing.
Oh, okay.
I never hear the word bandied except when someone's talking about the word legend. I realized.
Yeah,
that.
exactly. It's like a phrase. So it's I mean, you could kind of pick out any one of a number of notable experiences because he was there for so much of the club's history. So I was not surprised. I think we all kind of knew that his body was letting him down at this point. But kind of when it hit, it was like, wow, you don't want to lose that leadership. But then he immediately said that he was going to still be around the club. So to that extent, we're not losing him. He's contributing in a different way. So that made me feel slightly better because he could pass along a lot of tips and just being around playing staff to give that historical continuity for what it's worth. And who knows what role it's strange to say, but we've been around long enough where we could use a club ambassador. Like many clubs around the world will take their legendary players and they just represent the history of the club, and that seems like the role he's going to play in whatever else he chooses to do.
Stephen Carroll, sporting director.
I'm here for it. Fuck it. Let's go.
He's looking for something to do. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, like I would have to say Stevie's retirement, like when I think about just the years of supporting the club and people who have come and gone, is right for me is right up there with Trevor, James. It's I don't know.
Not Trevor Amon.
No, no, but much love to him. But come to city, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. Just in terms of the legacy that he's leaving. But obviously, there's a few differences, right? One being that this is Stevie's choice, well, or maybe his body's choice. But nonetheless, he's able to make this choice to step away. And maybe another difference is, he's able to still be around, and so that's good. But man, Stevie, just tough fucker, you know what I mean? Just tough guy, you know what I mean? And just, I think in a lot of ways on the pitch embodied this club in a way that it's really difficult. Not many players in the history of this club, in my mind, can be in that place, on that pedestal, So, like, I remember, one funny story with Stevie. When what was it? That was last year, a couple years ago, when I was picking up shifts, working as a part-time fieldhouse supervisor, and I'd see Stevie on certain nights. Because his wife was playing pickup soccer there, and we'd chop it up a little bit while he was watching his darling wife play, and I had asked him a question, and he gave me some info on a former player that was going to be coming into town on another team. And said, such and such likes this. We'll just say it had to do with sunsets and somebody enjoying sunsets. And for multiple matches after that former player at City would come and play here, I would be all over the stadium in random places, right, on both sides of the pitch, and even in the what are they called? What's that area where the I was gonna call them milk cartons. They're not milk cartons, but on one end of the field with the it's not the VIP section, the other side.
The suite.
The suites.
Suites, thank you. Yeah, even in one of the suites, and I would yell out this player's name until he looked at me, and I would point at the sunset, and I would say, "It's a fucking beautiful sunset, isn't it?" Because Stevie told me he always got distracted in the games because he'd be staring at the sunset.
All right. If you don't name this person's name
Was
right
he-
now, I am going to remove you from this
Wasn't it?
Zoom meeting.
I knew Jaime was going to be the one.
Did that player enjoy the way the sunset cast some shadows over the grass by chance?
He did. He did.
Yeah.
He
I know.
did.
I know who we're talking about.
And it was fucking hilarious, man.
If
That was
you
a-
know,
that was a
you know.
Yeah, so that was just cool. I just the relationship that Stevie also had with supporters. You know, he was somebody that you could go to, and there's been times when I'm like, what do y'all think about this? You know what I mean? And he was just always open, and fair, and just very even keel, and you just could tell he was always looking to maintain harmony amongst the club as it relates to the players and the larger club. And so, it's just a beautiful thing. And I'm assuming Devin is going to be the one that's going to be officially taking the helm as the captain. I'm assuming that. And he's got big shoes to fill.
Well, I wouldn't rule out some other players.
Well, but this year, the only one,
I mean,
the one guy with the mustache was a captain once, right?
You can't rule out mustaches.
I'll point you to my name for the broadcast tonight.
Look at this. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, I think Dennis has put in a very strong claim for the next captain of the club. So
You won't
keep
see
an
the
open
names on YouTube.
keep an open mind. Jam or Adam, any favorite Stephen Carroll moments or anecdotes or
I don't know, like all of them. Like he was just that guy.
yeah.
Like I've never heard anybody say anything bad about him.
Correct.
Like everybody has their favorites, everybody has their players they don't really like or has had like a shitty interaction or whatever. But like no one in the history of ever has had something bad to say about that man. And if I find out that you fucking do,
fucking dead.
you bitch.
She will find you and she will kill you.
Allegedly.
That escalated.
It happened.
Sorry.
Side note for our listeners and watchers,
The Christmas
If you're
sale talking.
if you're interested in learning more about Stephen Carroll, you can tune in to 451, Season 4, Episode 7. Stevie Carroll was interviewed by this show.
People forget about this, but absolutely. What episode was that?
Season 4, Episode 7.
No, I know, but like in like 127 or like
We didn't count it back
43.
then. We didn't start counting until because I was doing the stuff, so and I couldn't count.
Adam, what episode is this?
This one right now,
Yeah.
I don't know.
197.
I have to go back in. I
Yeah,
only
one-
know it's 190 something.
Yeah.
Oh, some dude on Facebook there I knew what number episode we were on.
Ooh.
He made a video. He made
I
a video.
think that was the guy we were talking about before. you
Oh,
joined us.
not O'Brien again.
Yeah,
The Marco
Another-
Bryan guy.
another Irish fella.
I was trying
This
to put
is
that behind us.
197.
Dennis. 197. So it's probably about episode
12.
It's hard to tell because back then I'd do seasons.
15,
And
yeah.
one season would have 50 episodes, and the next season would have 8
We
episodes.
need what we need here is a Mackie-like figure to go and do our episode legacy numbers.
Oh, where's Garrett when we need him?
It was on the March 30th, 2022, if that helps.
It does help.
That leaves us in the same position we were in, I think.
Fuck off.
Well, just rest assured that we will go back and count. And in episode 198, we will tell you which episode was the Stephen Carroll interview.
What a promise to me.
Yeah, I'm putting everything else on the back burner.
Oh, Jaime actually will do this. So.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to Stephen Carroll. What a legend. Thanks for everything. We love you. Yeah, the shout outs come later. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. All right. This is already an exceedingly long episode, but we've put a lot of work into this. And is there anything else we want to? So there was an owners meeting earlier tonight. Is there anything else we want to any other tidbits that we want to toss out there? Any hot takes from the owners meeting? Alan, were you there? You were there, yes?
I was there.
Okay, and then Dennis, I feel like you were listening online.
I listened to the whole thing, yeah.
There you go. So yeah, I'm just gonna open the floor up to any owners meeting information.
I mean, I'll speed run it a little bit if you want.
Yeah, go on.
Alex said they're not trying to sell the club. Sean backed him up and said, we're not trying to sell the club. There's no new sporting director yet. They're still trying to hire him. They're talking to Danny about extending his contract. We have since heard that they're looking at giving him a 3-year contract, which maybe tonight with the Knights for those feelings, but I'm sure we'll get into that in the offseason, especially if and when it's announced, because that's crazy. We already said Connor got extension to his contract. Dave Dwighty has a new role with the club, but I have since deleted the screenshot of what the actual title is. But he's basically taken Tyler McManus's job as the youth whatever guru, but he's also taken over Tiffany's job. It sounds like doing the admin stuff day to day in the
Isn't it like director of sports development or some shit like
that?
Yeah,
youth and sports development.
Chief of soccer development.
Yeah. I think those were the main things.
The soccer.
Sean Mann said something about demolition starting soon, which I think is a monthly update by now, and that they're pretty happy the CBO stuff is going through. Sarge got up and said there's some meeting in the city next week that people should go to, because apparently that's where all the people who are against the stadium will go to voice their...
Yeah, it's when it's before the city council.
Yeah, just a bit on that. That's the last meeting of this year for the city council. So they're a little concerned because if they don't prove it, along with all the other crap that they're going to have at this meeting, it could delay things. But yeah, so hopefully it appears on the agenda, and then they're just asking for people to show support either by contacting your council person or going to the meeting if you've got 12 hours to spend at the city county building on Tuesday. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it then.
I have a question regarding the proposed 3-year extension for Danny Dicchio. I just know
alleged proposed.
Alleged proposed. Yeah. I want to know, like, why? Like, what is the justification behind something like this? Because
We are going to get into it now.
I can understand in some sense like a 1 year extension in like I said, in a sense, but a 3 year contract extension, given the season that we just had, and the only reason why I said I could somewhat understand a 1 year, considering everything else that's going on right now with this club. No sporting director. It seems like the front office is, kind of all over the place right now, and you just need that guy to get you to that next phase where you're hoping to be a little bit more organized. From a front office standpoint.
Even a 2 year contract would have that's in the range of normalcy, right? Like 3 years seems like it's kind of
2 years is in the range of normalcy if
you have a fucking good coach.
Yeah, if you're bringing in somebody new too. Like if this was somebody new coming in and they're like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and give this guy a 2 year deal. Okay, that's fine. But you've had 2 years already to evaluate what Danny is going to give you, and is there any sense in believing that it's going to be any different 2 or 3 years from now? Like, there's just no justification in doing something like that, especially the year that you just had. You can't take into consideration, a one and done playoff format unless you're going off and you're just about winning the whole thing.
Well,
there's no way to justify any of that.
So this is what we've seen, right? In year one, we've had a pretty good regular season, right? Finished third, but then a horrendous exit in the playoffs in the first round, right? A very underwhelming playoff run. And then we've had a very mid, at best, regular season.
They regressed this year in the regular season.
100%. Big time regress. And then, yes, there was a big upset in the first round, maybe the biggest upset in the history of USL Championship playoffs. Okay, that's a check in the positive side. But then, again, like we've not really made any run in the play. We've just gone out in the next round, which is no different than we've ever done in the past anyway. So
well, Jaime, I have some data about this.
Yeah, could you please offer some analytics, Red?
So
just hold your praise, Jaime. Hold your praise. Just some
things to consider. When we think about our performance in the last 4 years, based off of the data. Okay, 2022 we entered USL Championship. 34 games. We locked in 54 points in the regular season. An average of 1.59 points per game. And we bowed out in the first round. 2023, 41 points in the regular season, 34 matches again. A 1.2 points per game. We made it to the second round, right? That was Pittsburgh upset, right? 2024, so we're seeing a trend on the even years. What was the old myth about City? Was it odd years or even
year curse?
The even year curse. See,
we've always been an even year curse.
Even years were for cup runs, and even years were for sucking in the league. That's historically what it's been.
Okay, so we've flipped that curse on its head because in 2024, 56 points in the regular season in 34 games, 1.65 points per game, lost in the first round. This year, 2025, 37 points per game, the lowest, but only 30 matches in the regular season. What
was the points per game?
1.23 points per game. So our second lowest performance in 4 years, if we're basing it just off of that. But just like the previous, just like the odd year that we didn't do well, both years that we did poor in the regular season, we made it past the first round. Both years that we did well in the regular season, we bowed out in the first round.
But the other year where we made it past the first round was the year that got Trevor fired up to the office, right?
That was at the beginning of 2024, right?
Right. So
why
when we've had as bad a performance this season, backed our way into the playoffs.
Right.
Yes, caused a shock in the first round again. Very similar. Like, these are extremely similar seasons. Like 1.2 something a game. Are we now talking about extending this dude when the last time this happened in our first season in the league, I think we or second season, we promoted our head coach upstairs, which we all know is like a soft, hey, we need you out of charge of this team. Why are we now talking about giving a dude 3 years extra?
Well, and also on top
for
of
the
that,
same
you-
thing.
One
have to
other
tell-
thing, before we're talking about giving a guy a 3-year contract before even signing a sporting director,
Which is
So-
also insane.
which is
Unhinged
Red.
behavior.
And if you're gonna ride without a sporting director, I can see that. Like, not every club has a sporting director. Like,
Correct.
it's not a universal thing.
Yeah.
Some clubs, the manager is also the sporting director. That's how it used to be with Trevor.
Correct.
So, like, if that's your plan, fine. It's it's kind of going back from where you've been the last few seasons. But, like, if your intention is to bring in a sporting director, but you're telling people that you're interviewing, oh, by the way, we are offering Danny a 3-year job, a 3-year contract. Are they offering a sporting director a 3-year contract with the like proviso that if Danny gets fired, their job is fine because they didn't bring him in?
Right.
Or if they have to fire Danny, their job is fine because they didn't bring him in? Or at the end of the 3 years, if they're not happy with Danny, is the sporting director getting another year or two because he didn't bring Danny in? So, like, it just
or does he have
interview.
does the sporting director have the power to fire him after 1 year if we have another like very subpar, like you know what I mean, like it,
Right. So, like, having a manager installed before you have a sporting director installed, it just brings up a whole different dynamic to these interviews that you're having with these sporting directors because they have to ask these questions. And I'm sure, I don't know how many they've interviewed, but I'm sure a high percentage of people who would be willing to take this job are not going to be willing to take it under those conditions.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you.
Red, did you have an interview for this job? Sporting director?
They offered, but I declined.
Okay.
He wanted a
Fair.
27-year contract.
I'm expoing at the clubhouse and bartending, so I'm just too busy to do that. But I do have a question, like a genuine question, because I just don't know this, right? Is it typical for an organization like ours, right, to hire somebody for a sporting director role that it would and the power would be top down? Is it not normal for the general manager to have the power to identify who they would put in the role above him to carry out what he needs up there? Does that make sense? Like, does that ever happen where you would actually hire a sporting director based off of what the coach's needs were instead of the other way around? Does that happen ever?
I think sometimes they're hired like in tandem. Like, if it's clear they're going to get on well and that they have the same. You see it in NFL a lot, like where they'll hire.
I mean, the
him
Lions did it. The Lions
and-
hired Dan Campbell
Yeah.
first, and then they hired Brad Holmes.
Yeah,
But-
you'll see it there a lot.
It's the Detroit way.
I guess, right? Yeah, maybe.
I don't want to compare the front office though between the Lions and Detroit City FC.
No, but no, for sure. But like, yeah. Anyways,
Let's move on.
I'm sure we will touch on this subject again when he's announced as the joint coach GM for the next 7 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a way to get a refund on my season tickets?
Come on, Jam. You know you're gonna be there.
It's just a fucking question.
Are you faithful or not?
Yeah.
I think we're gonna know more at the December owners meeting, or between now and then. So it was more the
Why are you so certain about that?
somewhat Well, who knows? Yeah, I mean that's
I'm just salty tonight, okay? Fuck off.
so yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah. So we'll if not know the status of that, then we may know the status of the players. So
Yeah.
just saying.
We'll know more in weeks to come. That's for certain. What I want to do now is shift us because this has been pretty heavy. It's been emotional. It's been a whirlwind of the first hour and 9 minutes of this podcast episode. We're starting something new. This is, well, I'll be honest. This was all my idea. And almost no one else wanted to do it. But I said, we're going to do it anyways. Because
Fuck off. I supported you.
That's true. Jam was very supportive. Jam is always supportive.
Despite what everybody else says.
Despite what everyone else says. And if you're one of them people that is a naysayer on Jam, you can suck it.
Dennis was a naysayer because he just got up and left.
Yeah, he's not even on. He's just left the program. Unbelievable. So if you've been paying attention, the USL Championship awards went out recently. There's no Detroit City players in the first team, all conference, all season team, whatever. No one in the second team, no one in the honorable mentions, and we thought that was a travesty, even though we did suck for the most part. Surely someone other than...
We made the playoffs. You have to give us one guy.
Exactly. Come on,
One guy.
Give us one guy. It was all Louisville players plus like one, I don't know, one.
It was the biggest loudest showy awards I've ever seen. Genuinely. They gave manager of the year to the fucking Louisville manager for doing what was expected of him.
Right,
like,
exactly.
They should have given it to Tulsa.
Like, it's the biggest joke I've seen. Anyway,
it was ridiculous. So I've decided we're going to give our own awards out. And, these awards, they highlight on the pitch merit, off the pitch merit. It's kind of a smorgasbord of talent and ability that we want to showcase. And we needed a regal name for these awards. We needed a distinguished name for these awards. So forthcoming is the first annual Allen Awards.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Oscars, except different.
It's like the Oscars,
But
but
more prestigious.
more prestigious.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
and I think
Absolutely.
in the
Everyone agrees.
In the future, when the 451 Tunnel Talk podcast budget increases, we are going to have small plastic trophies that we're going to present to the players, and these will be placed in places of honor in their homes. So, without further ado, we are going to present the first annual Allen Awards. And the first presenter, shockingly enough, is Allen to present the best newcomer of the year.
Yeah, hey, I need to clarify something about the Allen Awards. It is not true that I am the only member of the Academy that voted on all these awards.
Correct.
That's false.
Yes.
In fact, that's insulting rumor.
Wink, wink,
So-
wink, wink, wink,
So,
wink.
so I
only
just
see the
wanted, I
winners.
had to get that out there
Yeah, it's a collaborative
right off
effort.
the gate, right out of the gate, just so there's no confusion.
Don't go after Allen, people.
If you
Oh,
disagree with this,
You have
Leave
to
him
go
alone,
to
Walter.
first.
The voting members of the Academy of the Allen Awards, they remain secret for their own safety.
It was Garrett.
Okay, so first award is going to the best newcomer, envelope, please.
Adam's gonna add like drum roll in post production.
No, I
Okay.
won't.
Does Adam know
He
this?
won't. He absolutely will not do that. Okay, so the winner of the best newcomer award is Ate Jouf.
Yeah.
Yay!
Deserved.
Who ironically will probably be departing the club this winter.
After he
won't-
hears this award, he will.
Yeah, he won't be
like,
receiving
who
any
are these
further
weirdos?
Allen awards.
So congratulations to him. Certainly over the course of the season, brought a special element to our attack, and I hope he does stay though, because he's one of the guys that probably should
stay for sure.
Another guy that took months to break the starting lineup too. So
Yeah. Speak it.
We'd like to welcome our next presenter, the illustrious Jam, to the stage to present our next award.
Our next award is the Unsung Player Award. This is the award for the player that was robbed of the Black Arrow Award from the club, who maybe was not always the flashiest guy, except in his goal scoring celebrations.
Yes.
I'd say he was the flashiest player a lot.
I mean, not always though. He
Definitely-
wasn't
definitely brought the most
always the
excitement,
number
though.
one guy.
That's true.
He brought the
Yeah.
salsa, if you
But
will.
he was definitely the guy who you noticed when he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our Unsung Player Award this year goes to Jesse Cedeno.
Yay.
Yay!
Round of applause. Very
Robbed
much
of the
deserved.
Black Arrow.
He was a very deserving candidate. I will say that for sure.
Remember that goal he tucked in the back of the net against Houston? Man. He was coming down the right flank, and then he turned in. Didn't he hit one off his left foot? Was that Houston?
Phoenix.
Yeah, that
Phoenix.
That place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
That
other
utter
hotter
hot play.
place.
That utter hot play.
Yeah.
I have never lost my mind over one goal as I did that night in Phoenix. Like, the entire section collectively lost their shit.
Yeah,
It was incredible.
outrageous. One of the few high points of the 2025 season. That's for sure. All right, Adam. This next award Adam's going to present, and I have to say, I think we were all thinking about this particular category in a different light, and then Adam kind of opened our minds to looking at this in a different way, and I think it was really justified.
is that my cue to take over here?
That's your cue.
Like we did in practice, bro.
Well, usually Jaime's been introducing the awards first, and then the presenter's been coming up to the podium and announcing the award.
Sorry, it's a little bit rough.
So, thanks for throwing me off, Jaime.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be presenting the Goal of the Year award, and this is, arguably maybe the most important award of the ceremony tonight, because as we all know, goals can really provide a spark for a team in any given game and really kind of turn around a season in some sense. Which,
Like they might win you a game.
yes, they might win you a game.
They might win
And-
someone a game.
And in City's case, obviously they had a lot of trouble scoring goals this year, and when they were able to score goals, it was a big deal. And this gentleman certainly did provide something to this team with this unbelievable effort that he provided. A really highlight reel goal of sense. And this year's winner of the goal of the year is none other than Marcello Polisi's own goal header versus Oakland. So congratulations, Marcello Polisi, wherever it is you are, because you disappeared, I think, like halfway
Right
through
after
the
that
season.
goal.
Yeah, we never saw you again. But it was a banger. It was a banger of an own goal.
It was an outrageous goal, and if he'd only just been in the other team's penalty box, it would have been a
Or wearing the other
legendary.
team's kit. So
Right? Yeah. Either way, if he'd been on the other team or been in, yeah, it was greatness, just slightly.
what an
Misguided.
awful moment and an awful signing for this team. My God.
Well, the good thing is we've got more memories to come in 2026. Marcelo Polisi locked in for the next year. Who knows? Maybe he'll never score a goal as great as that again, but we'll always have Oakland roots.
Let's bring in a guy who had to take a year off from playing CPL. And sorry.
This was meant to be the hockey portion of the show.
Yeah, it's all downhill from here, guys, I have to say. Dennis, would you like to present the next? Now, from here on out, we've actually named these after fairly famous people. So the next award is the Adrian Billhart Award. So, Dennis, would you please do the honors?
Yeah. I actually changed my hat to a winner's hat because we're talking about winners right now. So I think we should leave the sad moments behind that, and just talk about the happy moments now. So the Adrian Billhart Award goes to the player that probably deserved more minutes and definitely would have been amazing if he had been on the pitch more. And there's really only one person that this could apply to this season, who we definitely didn't get to see enough of, and who's how would you put it? Theatrics on the field, when he does get on the field, make him such a memorable player. And that person, you're probably expecting me to say Kobe Hernandez, but it's obviously Tatenda Makruva, who got exactly 0 minutes this season, inexplicably.
We were all hoping.
After being brought in, the hope and the joy that the people on this call and many others got when we saw pictures of Tatenda in practice, and then got his signing announced. You can't even measure how happy some people were about this. And then for him not to get one single minute while we had Carlos 1 and Carlos 2 out there flapping at crosses and fucking panicking with the ball at their feet. And you couldn't give Tatenda one fucking 5-minute, 15-minute half of cup football. Like, that on its own would be reason enough not to extend Danny Dicchio's contract.
You'll have to just settle for the Allen Award.
And there's 100 other reasons, but Tatenda, congratulations, you've won the first ever Adrian Billhart Underutilized Player Award.
Makruva probably made one of the saves of the season too in the international friendly that nobody got to see unless you were there because it wasn't on TV.
Secret.
And Jaime, I proposed that we change this award name to the Tatenda Makruva Award.
As a commemoration,
yes. Next year, this will be henceforth known as the Tatenda Makruva Award.
Because I don't think Adrian Billhart really deserved any more playing time.
No, we just had to name it after someone first.
The Skaggy Simonson Award.
Oh my God.
The deep cut.
Anyways.
It really should have been the Dario Suarez Award, I guess.
There you go.
That's a good point, actually.
Why do we have a lot of candidates for this award?
Dario is the only one true heir to this award before Tatenda.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna welcome Jam back to the podium to present the next award. I had to say, this is before we got all of the information today. This was decided, but in any case,
Did we cause this?
we might have caused it. I don't want to take too much credit for it, but
Wow.
yeah.
So I get no introduction. So I am giving the Vincenzo Candelo Award. This prestigious award goes to the player that is definitely washed, but will probably someday be an excellent coach. I did not write the description. Just saying, don't come for me.
He's the cleanest.
And the winner of this award, and I think that I speak for all of us when I say it broke our heart to vote for this person for this award, because we are people with feelings, but also we are realists. This year's winner of the award is our captain, Stephen Carroll. Forever in our hearts.
We didn't vote for him.
At Red, absolutely, you did vote for him, and I have the proof.
I thought I voted for Guanzati because I didn't think Carroll was washed.
I mean, overall, is the man washed? No, but also, like, we've met his knee.
Yeah, the knee is washed. I think that's what comes.
I didn't feel that I really had a choice on this one because I kept on getting threatening text messages from Alan.
That's right. Or someone claiming to be Alan.
It was a rigged vote.
Mark O'Brien.
And
Either
just to be clear, I think Stevie washes the required amount. So
Correct.
That's true.
Well, we're gonna the awards roll on. There will be a performance by Shakira later on, but in the meantime, Alan's coming back to award a very. This is one of the awards that's dearest to my heart. An award that I feel like Alan is most suited to present.
It's the easiest pick too.
It was a pretty straightforward one.
Yeah.
So
Academy didn't have any problems with this one.
Yeah, Alan, go on.
Okay, so the next award goes to the best mustache, also known as the Magnum PI Award. It's so exciting; it's made me sneeze.
Bless you.
So as we were mentioning, there's really only one candidate you could possibly choose for this award, and that one choice is Carlos Herrera.
It's
not necessarily what you achieve; it's the effort in trying. And so his attempt to grow a mustache is superior performance at all times, and because of that, he's this year's recipient of the Magnum PI Award.
Sometimes an understated mustache is
very true.
Speaks volumes, I think.
Indeed, gonna
Indeed.
make me cry.
Oh yeah,
I know, and it's again. This is no offense to any other mustaches on the team. All of the mustaches are beautiful and loved, and
I recall. Speaking of Stephen Carroll, at one time he did sport a mustache.
Yes, that's a good memory, Alan.
It made him look like a 1930s farmer, and he quickly dispensed with that. So it was enjoyable while it lasted. Let's put it that way.
I'll tell you why that was. Someone at home probably seen a picture of him with the mustache and probably like text him going, "What's the story, Magnum PI?" And he probably felt so embarrassed about it that he shaved it off.
Yeah,
we'll give him the honorable mention on this one.
If we could go back 3 years and present Allen awards, he definitely would have gotten it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Need a little bit of a Back to the Future kind of situation here. We'd like to call Red to the podium. He's got the next award. This is another very prestigious award that will no doubt be well received by the recipient.
Good evening, Academy. I am here to present to you the Peruvian Award, which goes to the player with the best hair. And the award goes to the man with the sparkle in his eye, a smile that glistens for miles, a handshake that makes you feel wild. Sorry.
I'm getting a tingle from this one.
Of course, I'm talking about Devin Amumensa.
Go.
Let's give this man his due. Devin this is an honor, years in the making. It's been long overdue. What else can you say?
This is basically Devin's award until he leaves Detroit.
Yes.
We're gonna have to
This
do
sets the bar very high.
We're gonna have to do a secondary hair award.
Yeah. The Bolivian or something.
Yeah, gonna be like the Peruvian or the Bolivian.
Slightly inferior hair.
It was like, and I think I said this when we were voting, but Stevie's hair was on point this year.
He did have a good shot, yeah. The kind of like
I think
Like a
flowing.
Uruguayan.
Somebody get that man a haircut.
I think
Wow.
Antula sat Stevie down and told him this year that his hair could do with a bit of a remake, and maybe a little 5 o'clock shadow would suit him.
Yeah.
Stevie showed up to some games this year looking well.
Yeah. Legit.
Yeah.
So what kind of hairstyle do you see for Stevie? Twists?
No, he just had so when we were doing these awards and I don't know when
He literally has the same hairdo that you do.
Yeah. Are we not getting what I'm getting at here? I didn't think I had to spell out the joke, John.
Okay.
And the 5 o'clock. But when we were going through the nominations for this, I did actually go back through some of the pre-game, where they do the little photo walk-ups.
Yeah.
For like the hair and for the best dressed, which is coming up soon.
Yeah.
I thought Stevie did a decent job of the hair this year, or someone did for him.
All right, moving on. This award, I think this is one of the key awards, honestly, and a well-deserving recipient. Here to present this award is the one and only Jam.
All right, we have got the next award, the Devil Wears Prada Award. Who named these? This is the award that goes to the player with the best pre-match fits. We all see those pictures. We all see what these dudes look like walking in. Some guys have it together. Some guys are rolling up in like dad shorts and t-shirts.
Yikes.
Like, you do you, but some do better. And this year's winner of the Devil Wears Prada Award is the one and only Adam's favorite, Jay Chapman.
Ooh.
Outrageous.
This was a controversial award.
It's giving fuckboy, but in a good way.
Yeah. Now, a couple weeks ago on the I think on the Detroit City Instagram, they're asking the question like who's got the best style, and I think there were a lot of votes for Darren Smith. in
There
that
was-
particular award.
There was the most votes for Darren Smith. I counted.
Yeah, I
He
think
was my runner-up.
Yeah, so Darren Smith is in there. He obviously looks cool all the time, but the Academy has spoken. Jay Chapman takes the Allen Award home.
I'd be interested to know what Adam feels about this, since he wants to fight
Whatever.
Jade Chapman in a alley.
Wow.
If Jay Chapman was going to win any award, it was going to be an award that recognized something that they do off the pitch. So, whatever. Jaime, I was going to say
Yes. Yes.
Can we? I'm gonna propose that we rename this award to the Jimmy Filerman Award.
Oh.
okay.
Kind of like an ironic name.
So I'm into this. Could you say a little bit more?
Just because.
Bar
No,
fight Jimmy.
the answer's no.
Not to put you on the spot, but
I mean, Jimmy Filerman is a guy who had his fits questioned, I think, in the past. I think mostly his shoe choice, but I think it still works.
yeah. This will definitely be taken into consideration for future Allen Awards ceremonies. And yeah, I think if we can get a movement going, we can definitely rename some of these.
Send your
Wow.
emails and texts to whatever our email is.
Yeah, this is when we need Garrett.
We have no idea since Garrett's not here to remind us.
Correct. All right. It's getting late, so we're gonna move on rapidly. Red, we're throwing it back to you. This is an award that I think you're best suited to give out. So
I'm here to present the Black Milk Award, which goes to the player most likely to do a hip hop collaboration with myself.
ooh.
And the award goes to the one, the only, Ben Morris.
We have a vibrant rap scene in Ipswich.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
You know, he.
I think they refer
Pretty
to
light,
it.
actually. I don't
I
know.
think they refer to it
Hive
as
of rap.
the grime scene in England.
Yeah,
That collab might
so-
work
so-
because, you know, like.
yeah.
if-
Think
if
8
we're
Mile, except in Ipswich.
Well, some people will probably be more so mesmerized by his accent that they don't, it doesn't matter what he's saying.
Yeah,
English player.
I'm just thinking.
he's probably gonna rhyme like.
We kind of have to see it now. So, Red, I think Red needs to reach out.
Can we make this happen? He's
Well,
still
I
rehabbing
don't-
for a couple more months.
He has a
so
lot
he's
of
got-
time, actually. Yeah.
Exactly. He's rehabbing. He's not doing much. So
Well, the problem with this is that I hung up the mic like 3 years ago. I don't even rap anymore. So.
that's disappointing. That's really disappointing.
Yeah.
it
Sounds
was
like he
fun.
needs to call you out
Yeah,
for
maybe.
verses.
Well, maybe it meant on a verse.
You're just afraid it's gonna be spitting rhymes at you, and you can't take it.
I don't like the direction.
Please,
this podcast
please.
is taking.
Wait. So can you please expand more, Alan? I want to hear you say that.
I have no idea what the words are coming out. It's word salad.
Yeah.
All
All right. We're
Something I saw on TV one time.
we are coming to the end, and we've saved the best.
Oh, thank God.
The best two for last, I think. Dennis, you've got the honor of presenting the award known as the Zlatan.
Oh yeah. So when I was given the prestigious honor to present this award, I asked, "Oh, it's called the Zlatan." So this obviously is like a golden boot sort of award, and I was told no. And it's like, "Oh, the best goal of the season award, no?" And I was told no. I was told, "Oh, well, it's got to be like the MVP or like the most outsized talent on the team." And I was told, "No, it's actually someone who thinks they're the best player on the team." And with that, I think we're unanimous. I haven't seen the ballots. I can only assume
Yeah.
that this award can only go to the one and only Michael Bryant and his family. I don't know. Do we include them?
I think it's a collective award.
Because they think he's the best fucking player in the league too. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's the Black Arrow that got him there. But Mikey in the last while has kind of shown he has a very high view of himself, even to go so far as coming at fans of the team who take time out of their free time. None of this is advertisements or like anything. There's no money involved here. To take a swipe at people who analyze for like over an hour a game that's about to be played, and with their brains choose in the battle of the team who backed into the playoffs versus the team with the historical points ever in the league. They choose obviously the number one team. And while we were all happy that City overcame that challenge, Mikey just couldn't let it go. He couldn't just be happy about the win. He had to come back at us. And if you wanted to refute
that is something
any of that,
Zlatan would do. So
exactly. Well, actually, no. I think Zlatan is too important to run his own social medias. So,
yeah, somebody.
I just don't think.
Don't give any ideas.
He's got people for that.
I think he's got people for that. I think Zlatan is unbothered. He actually has a quote which it's like the lion is unbothered by the sheep or something. So like,
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Maybe a certain Mr. Bryant could take and his brother could take a leaf out of that book and just don't bother yourself with what we're saying. Like, who cares?
I read Zlatan's book, I, Zlatan.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. And of course, he came out later and said he made up most of it. So, which is something he would do. So, strangely fitting.
Great. That's great.
Very fitting. So, yeah, the award goes to Mikey, and it just comes with some advice. Don't worry about what the fuck we're saying. Just
we're
move on.
idiots.
I'm
Remember
literally
that
wearing pajamas. Like,
Remember
There you go.
Remember that the people you're coming at like literally gave you an award 2 years in a row because we felt you were exactly the embodiment of this club. Like, I know that's a long time ago now. I feel like it's a long fucking time ago. But just remember that when you're coming for these same people down the line.
They gave you an identity.
And now you've got an Allen Award to go with it too.
Now you've got an Allen Award.
Now you got an Ellen
Haven't
Award.
you taken
Yeah.
enough?
We're all winners.
Gonna have to make some room on the mantle.
Man.
All right. This has been an amazing night, an amazing run, and it's only fitting that we end with the man whose namesake is on the little trophy. Alan, would you do us the honor of presenting the last of the Allen Awards?
Okay,
This big
typically in these award shows, they save the biggest, most important awards for the end of the show, the end of the program.
Yeah.
They get people to watch the whole thing just to hear who is going to be the big winner. And so this category, which I'm sure everyone's been waiting for, Best Detroit City Football Club related podcast.
Ooh.
Shut up, Jaime.
What?
So
There were a lot of good candidates.
I know this is going to strike people as surprising, maybe absurd, but the winner for this year is the Channel 451 podcast Tunnel Talk.
Finally.
It's a great honor.
Completely unbiased.
And,
no nepotism
there
whatsoever.
we congratulate our many worthy opponents in this category, if there were one. And all we can say is all you fakers out there. Probably better next time.
Adam's room is getting really red there again.
Oh man.
Oh my
Well,
goodness. We're gonna hear a rebuttal
we're gonna hear a lot. I'm
from some
sure
other podcasts.
the inbox will be exploding.
Mhm.
We're gonna have to delete like
First off, how
five.
dare you?
How dare you? Um, wow. What a night. What an experience.
What a thrill. This
What
has
a
been
thrill.
fabulous.
Yes.
The glamour, the excitement, the buzz in the air.
The red carpet, everything.
Can I get my carpet back after the show, by the way?
We'll roll it up and we'll deliver it back to
Red's
your
carpet. I see.
Yeah.
Red's carpet. Oh.
We've already gone on far too long.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna end with any shout outs, any quick shout outs from anyone.
I got a quick shout out.
Oh no.
This better be quick.
No, because it's coming off of the last award, and also actually coming off the last two awards. Some of the things that Dennis said, as well as Alan. My shout out is to all of the brothers and sisters that are a part of this community that we call Detroit City FC, who spend countless time, treasures, and talents pouring into this club, including the other podcasts, going back to DCFCFC, shout out to Sean Grogan, Padre, John Mazzano, Dion, Jam, Jaime, Adam, Mikey Bryant for captain, Alan, Garrett, Sean Spence, anybody in this supporter base who spends countless hours producing content to uplift this club, whether there's podcasts or writing or match day, videos. Oh, I'm sorry, Mad Cat and Steve. We could
Calligraphy.
Go on and on. What's that?
Calligraphy. There's some people out there doing some wild calligraphy.
Mark O'Brien. All these people that are putting together things for the supporter base. Like, on a serious note, thank you, right? And I want to encourage everybody to continue to put out content and speak your truth, speak your mind, all right? Going back to what Dennis was saying earlier about some concerns about some things that were said on another podcast and predictions and stuff like that, and then the responses. The response from a player about some of the predictions for the match against Louisville, I didn't particularly care for. I love the players, and we're here to pour into the players for years now. Since 2012, doing all kinds of things for the players, including creating content that uplifts their profile, that puts you on a stage that most folks aren't having prior to coming to this club. It's not that there aren't bigger stages, but we treat the players that come to our club with a lot of respect and a lot of class, and we put a lot of effort into amplifying you in your career and getting behind you to support you. With that being said, putting in that kind of work also has earned us the right as supporters to say whatever the fuck we want. And I might not even agree with it, right? For example, I and Jaime were the only two that actually said that Louisville was going to lose in the first round. But that's beside the point, right? Right? But even when folks are making predictions, I just want to encourage everybody to keep on pushing out content, and I want to, here's where I say to the players as well as anybody else who's a part of this club, when there is legitimate critique that is coming from supporter-led content and media, feel free. You have the right to speak your mind as well. But we will embarrass the shit out of you. I'll tell you that much. I love you. And we move forward. What is it? What's Garrett saying? Onward, LaRouge.
Onwards and
Upwards.
So, onwards and backwards. I don't know.
Backwards.
He has said this literally 100 times. No,
I know.
What?
Dennis, say
what
it.
did you
What is
say?
it?
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, I've got a terrible memory. I've got a terrible memory, so I don't know. Oh man. Shout out to George Chamakov. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, George.
Detroit City legend.
I just want to give a shout out to all my haters on Threads. Fuck
All
you
the
guys.
haters. If you didn't know, Jam's viral on Threads. So if you've got Threads, get on there and
She
check
shoots
out.
there.
Wow. What?
I have a
Alan?
shout out.
Yep.
I'd like to shout out Dennis. I really wish he could have been with us tonight. Yeah, I think that's it.
Perfect.
I wonder where he is. It's a real shame.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we're
one
just
more thing, Jaime.
Oh. No.
No, you
We do as it's been tradition of these last many months. We like to when people take the time to email in to the 451 inbox, we like to give that some airtime. We've got this. This is kind of a multimedia, I guess you would say, venture. Yeah, thank you. Trying to figure out the words to say. But the email says the following: Dear 451, it's very respectful. I've submitted a song for your next episode. I've been supporting this club for years and had something to say. If you would be so kind as to include it on the end of your next episode, I would be most grateful. With love and appreciation. Signed Cranky B. So he's sent this lovely email, and he's also attached an MP3 file. So I think without further ado, Adam's going to add this to in post production.
Maybe.
And we're just gonna sign out with this little ditty.
Okay, why not?
Thanks so much for checking out the latest episode of Channel 451 Tunnel Talk. For more of these type of episodes, go to detroit.themajorsports.com and look under Channel 451 where you can check out all of our prior episodes. Additionally, they are also on YouTube, whether the Majors TV YouTube channel or Channel 451. Be sure to like and subscribe both. Additionally, you can find the Majors Detroit on social media at TMSNX Detroit on Twitter and Instagram, and TMSNXDetroit.bsky.social, and the Majors Detroit on Facebook. You can find Channel 451 at 451DET on Twitter and 451DET.bsky.social on Blue Sky. Be sure to, if you check out all of us in audio form, you can find us wherever you check out your podcast. Be sure to not only like and subscribe, but leave a 5-star review. It goes a long way towards helping out all of us here, not only at the Majors Detroit, but the Channel 451 Tunnel Talk crew. Thanks again for checking us out. Until next time, catch you later.
Look at City till I die, this is 451. Supporters built this club, been down since day one. Passion for our city, passion for the game. Now all around the world, they know our motherfucking name. Many seasons, many players, even multiple leagues. Supporters built a kingdom that provided your needs. We set a high bar and we hope you exceed. The season you just did, time to roll up your sleeves. Grab a protein drink, I got your protein bars. I get silly with the syllables, I make them see stars. And that crest on your chest, don't forget that it's ours. The blessings of this club, man, we work so hard. Put up money for the team when Corona took our steam. Grieving legends as they leave, capture pictures of scenes. Providing you a stage you desired as team. But accountability don't seem to be in your dreams. Look, I hope it was a joke, just a playful little poke. Cause if you in your feelings, happy healing, hope you cope. The faithful pop and smoke, make our enemy choke. Earned our right to speak our mind, let humility soak. If you need a couple haters just to help you excel, it might be that your protein bars aren't working too well. Cranky the bear, bitch, I'll dig up your trash. Watch your mouth with supporters over shaving your stash. Yeah, it's cranky.
time.